Hello my convicts and convict catchers, the designer of Convict being you guys and gals. Yes, another video. Today is part 2 of regarding to DNS. If you've not watched part 1, I definitely recommend watching that first before watching this video, because there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to explain in detail that were actually explained in part 1, so definitely go check out part 1 of the DNS. Anyway, this is going to be kind of like a bit of a series, because I'm actually going to be doing probably another 2 parts to this, possibly, or maybe 3. I don't know. I haven't decided where I want it to go as of yet, but this is kind of like the biggest, deepest delve into DNS and everything around that, and so on and so forth. Anyway, I'm blabbing on. Please, first of all though, before I go any further, and before you go any further, please do me one solid, and that is just like this video. Liking the video means more people will see it, goes high in the algorithm, possibly more subscribers, and so on and so forth. So if this is actually helping you and doing anything for you at all, please drop a like. That's all I ask. That's the one thing, the only thing I'll ever ask in this particular video. Just like the video. That's all I want. So let's go into detail regarding this. So we've got a program here. Again, like I said, go to part 1 and you'll get these. And this is called the DNS benchmark. This is what I was using in part 1 and talking a little bit about. But however, I didn't really do anything to it. I just used what they gave me, and then I just set that up and was on my way with it, and that was it. And then I was just running tests. Now these two at the top, you can see are the ones I'm currently using. If you go to your Ethernet and then disable and enable, generally it will put them in black here. Now I've just turned my PC on, so obviously it's going to show up the two that I've got as my 2 resolvers. Now the one you want the fastest, you want obviously to be the top one underneath to be the one underneath that one, and that's how you mainly have them. What I would also do, if you got anything that's orange like this or anything that's red, you can get rid of them pretty easy. You just go on anywhere here, right click, and it'll bring up these different listings, and all you want to do is remove the dead name servers and then remove the redirecting ones, and then run the benchmark. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it and I did it earlier, and these are the 2 that seem to be coming up the best for me. So what is different? Why am I talking about this, and why is it important? Wow. What I actually decided to do is I went through, I right clicked here, and I actually went to the part where, no, it was actually under add and remove, actually. Add and remove. That brings up this other prompt box here. And you can type in different IPs and add different IPs, which I'm going to explain in a moment. But what I actually did is I went here and I put down remove all name servers. And that's what I did. I clicked on it, completely removed the entire list of name servers that were given through this program itself. As we all know, there was a mixture of UK, US, and all of the bits in between and stuff. And if you want to kind of benchmark for your own country, or do it country by country, you can actually do that as well. You can also save the name servers to an INI file. This INI file will then basically override the previous one, and then you want to rebuild custom list again, which you can do here. So again, all you do is you click on add and remove, and then that brings up this, and you can add servers here, and then you've got the remove all name servers to remove the listing that they give you previously. You can then add in your name servers, then you can save the name servers to INI file and rebuild a custom list. If you've already got a custom list before, you will get a prompt at the end once it's finished rebuilding custom list, which will take 30 to 40 minutes like before, but it will say that there was a previous file. You can overwrite that file by pressing OK. You want to press OK and you want to overwrite that file. So while this is up here, I actually went and found the program obviously I was using before, which is this listing here. Let me shrink it down a bit so you can actually see it on the screen. We don't need to worry too much about what's here as such. There is a reliability, but we're going to use the program anyway. And what I basically did is I went through each of these, I dragged over them, I went to copy, and then I went to the program, go to add and remove, And then all I did is I clicked in here, I pasted, and then I clicked add. As you can see, I can't add it because it's already in the list. And what I did is I went through each one of these and copied them, pasted them all into this program. So all of these are in this. The only ones I did add that weren't in this list was Google, and I also added Cloudflare as well, and added them just for the sake of adding them, even though I didn't really necessarily need to. I just did it anyway. I was like, I'll add them and see. Now, if you are not from the UK, I've actually found out you can do it by countries. So if you come here to the top, you can see by countries. You can click on it, and as you can see, you've got a list of all the different areas. So if you live anywhere, say for instance, let's just say you live in France, we've got French, Polynesia, Guyana. I probably said it completely wrong. And then you've got France. If you click on it, it will give you a list of this of all the different ones, as you can see here, for France. So you can then, again, like I said, just go over it like so, or double click it. Sometimes does it. Ignore this. Right click, copy, and then go into the list and add and remove. Delete what's ever in there. Paste what you want, and then you can add that to your list here. I'll leave it in and just see what that one does, but I'm not going to do all of them. And you can add the list. Like I said, once you've done adding the list, you definitely want to go to the add and remove, and you want to rebuild a custom list again. You don't want to just leave it, just type them in, and then run the test. You want to rebuild a custom list after you've created a complete new set of DNSs. So I highly recommend to do this. Remove all name servers when you first load up the program. Then go to your said country. Then add each one of these on a brand new one of these, because this will be completely blank. Then you want to go to add and remove. You want to add each one. So go through each one. It will be painful because it takes a while to do, but it's highly worth it. Type it in, and then if the add appears, then you can click add. If it doesn't appear, that means it's already there. It's already in the list, and you don't need to re-add it. And go through the entire ones, and then just add in the public ones if you want. You can add in Google, you can add in OpenDNS, you can add Cloudflare, which is 1111, 8888, and 8844, and 10001, so on and so forth. You know all the public, like normal ones. You could add them if you want to add that to the list. But I would recommend going through each one of these IPs here and add them to this list, and then run the tests. And like I said, I've done that. I've done all the UK ones, and they've done that. So I will put this in the description, okay? So you'll be able to find it by just going to the description. And like I said, just go here where it says by countries, and then obviously you can choose if you live in Peru or Hong Kong or Argentina, wherever it is you live in the world. They're all here, and you could choose wherever you want to go. So just choose the one, obviously, for you, for your country, and then obviously add the list on a fresh, brand new, cleared list of this. So make sure when you first open the program, you remove all name servers on here, and then type in each one. And then after you've done that, come back here again to add and remove, go to the bottom, and obviously save name servers, and then build custom list. And it'll rebuild, and then it'll prompt at the end, and it'll say rebuild custom list. And then you can obviously okay that, and it'll overwrite your previous one. Now, what you will get once you've done that is when you go to the conclusion, it will come up with some errors. It won't show you here at the moment because I haven't run the test again, but it will say that there's been a change and stuff. And mine also prompted regarding level 3 servers, saying that they were quite bad and they were proven to be unreliable, especially on weekends. So to just be aware that the level 3 ones are possibly not very, very good. Level 3 being like these ones here, the resolver level3.net, and level3.net for the 4223 to 4226. And it tells you that there is a problem, or it doesn't think that they're brilliant in terms of the actual DNSs. So if you have anything like that, just keep that in mind. You can still test them if you want to, because mine came up to being the second best for using. So you can still use them, but just be aware if they are at the top of the list, say these two at the top, just try the ones underneath, because there's going to be very, very little difference between them and them, sort of thing. I can't show you a moment because I haven't run the test again, because normally it tells you what the caches are and how fast. Normally there's like 1 or 2 difference. Like that might be 50 and that might be 51 or 52. So there's very little difference between like the top 10 sort of thing. So do that. Obviously put them in. Do that. Try that. Then obviously do the terminal admin again. You can do the check again if you want to, and then just go here and do the ping test. Again, ping-t, and then put in the server that you're going to use, the 2, and then obviously test them out and see what the ping times are. If the pings are good like this, obviously the lowest the better, then obviously that's fine. The time to live doesn't really necessarily make a difference, I don't believe. After all the testing I've done, I've not really seen any problems with the time to live being high or low. All it basically means, from what I've read, is that the time to live is how long it will take before that packet is killed. So it'll be sent out, and each jump it makes, it takes 1 off that score until it reaches 0. So it just means those packets may exist still a bit longer. However, games, when you're playing games, UDP games especially, which most games use UDP, don't use TCP, it'll be sent out there and disregarded anyway. Because UDPs don't have an acknowledgement. TCPs require the packet to go out to be received and then sent back and said, yes, I acknowledge, and that's how it works. With games, it's just sent out there to the server, and that's it. Once it reaches the server, that's it. It's done. Unless, obviously, there's a problem, then you have those weird kind of like, the packet burst kind of things that can happen. You'll get that kind of thing that'll happen, and obviously that'll cause you some issues. So yeah, just be aware of that. But there we go. That's part 2. I just wanted to show you that I've been doing some tests, and I actually found the current ones I'm using at the moment to be very, very good. But I would again recommend, if you go here, you need to run the test yourself. I can't do it for you, unfortunately, because it will run based on my location, not your location, and I can't give you like a the one ring kind of thing, the one ring to rule them all, because there isn't such a thing. Each person has to run the test specifically, so then you can find out what's best for you. But I highly recommend doing it. And like I said, just remove all the servers, add your own servers, so you've got your own personal list. Like I've got my own personal list now, so I can run this benchmark as many times as I want to, and it will go based on obviously the listing of all these items I've got here. And if I ever wanted to in the future, I could go to add and remove, go to the bottom and rebuild custom list to rerun the test again for a new list. And obviously it will do that, and so on and so forth. If there's any that come up as red as dead, you can go and type the IP at the top here and click remove, and it'll permanently remove. Or you can go to remove systems name servers, and it will remove the name servers and stuff. So try it out, give it a bash, see what you think, and see how you get on with it. I've actually been getting some pretty good success, especially tonight when I tested again. Once I'd done that custom list, because I've only just done that custom list tonight, where I completely wiped it and was like, you know what, I'm going to wipe the entire list, because it's giving me US and Great Britain, but I don't want US, I just want to be Great Britain. So that's what I did. I completely wiped the list, went through the pain of going through each and every one, adding them, then I just added Google, added Cloudflare, just for the, the extra one on there. And then I ran the list, and that's what it gave me. It gave me the 2 that I've been using anyway, or that I've been kind of playing about with a little bit. And it gave me them 2 anyway, and so I tried them again. And I was getting some pretty good results from them. I felt like all my hit detection was really, really on point when shooting people. going around corners, it felt really, really good. Actions like opening doors, opening chests, picking up loot was really, really good and really, 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 really snappy to what it was doing. So I felt like the overall general feel of the game was really, really on point. Now, it could be just I'm playing at nighttime and my connection just seems to be better at this point, but we'll soon see. We'll soon see. I'll do a couple of videos and we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'll leave it here. Hopefully this helps you out. Please like the video. If you want to also come back for next part, for part 3, 4, 5 or 6, however parts, please consider subscribing. Make sure to hit that notification bell. Also make sure the notification bell is turned to all, because it's just for all for my videos, all of my videos, or anytime I post a message or anything like that. It will actually notify you. If you put it to all, it doesn't mean that everybody will be notified to you. It just means my specific channel, anything I do will be relayed to you and sent to you. So make sure it's set to all. If you want to help the channel, please consider also joining. It's just $1.99. I do want to be able to do some charity work for dementia and autism. I also want to be able to do some giveaways and stuff in the future as well, to give back to those obviously who are supporting and liking the videos. And some other cool stuff. You'll get also access to emotes and badges for live streams. So when we start live streaming, hopefully in August again, then with the brand new connection, then obviously about to do that as well. It also helps me invest into doing more of these kind of technical videos and maybe taking it further and seeing what else we can do. Maybe in the future I can do more with more technical minded people, or bring people in that might be more technical, have a better team, do more reviews, or get in contact and kind of do some partnerships with some companies that have modems and routers and other technical sides. So if you want to help with that, that's how you do it. Anyway, it is I, the Convict, signing out. As always, I salute you, my convicts, convict heads. Big shout out and love to all my elites out there. Raf GT Sport, appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for your continued support of being one of our elites as well. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your continued help and support, and for being a true elite. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now.